It's my pleasure to be interviewing CJ Caufield, a longtime friend and mentor. He's made many deployments and traveled around the country.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks so much for taking the time. I'm representing the Mississippi Crisis Response Network. We're doing, emotional and spiritual care for first receivers and first responders. We're tasked out to our regional medical center here, New Hanover Regional Medical Center in Wilmington. Hurricane Florence came ashore here, and so this is one of the coastal cities, and it's a rather decent-sized city. And so we're seeing a lot of people that have been impacted. There are close to 100 employees of the facility, and it's a rather large facility with several satellite campuses that have lost their homes. There were some things that developed as a result of the hurricane. They were tasked by the hospital administration to open a shelter. That's something outside the bailiwick of medical staff. They're just opening a shelter. But it wound up being a special needs shelter for those that had medical needs. And then we're seeing a lot of survivor's guilt, people that were just fine, and they were the only one on their block that was just fine. And they're trying to figure out, how all this pieces together and that sort of thing, for their worldview and sorting through
Sure.
things.
In other words, why did you spare me? Why was I spared and somebody else wasn't?
Yeah, that's a great question. When I get into some of those divine questions, those that touch on the spiritual realm, they get very difficult. I usually will just be honest and say, I wish I had an answer. I wish I had an answer, and allow them to kind of continue to share. A lot of times they're rhetorically asking the question when they're in the middle of the crisis. Sure. They're not looking for answers about the theodicy and free will and, all of those things. But, just being honest with them and that sort of thing has been very helpful.
What are some of the things you are observing in the people that you are working with?
Well, some of it's, shock and disbelief. And then, there's the survivor's guilt that we mentioned earlier. Some of it is loss. There are a couple of people that, many people that lost their homes. Some of it's frustration with the bureaucracy in terms of following up. Some of it's frustration with insurance companies. So being able to let somebody vent and, validate the situation that they're going through has been very impactful, it seems like, for most people that we have an opportunity to come alongside of here.
Well, I am certainly glad that you all are there. I know that they're glad you're there. Is there anything you'd like to add before we close?
I sure would. I'd like to thank you, Dave, for your years of service and leadership in this arena, and thank Chaplain USA and you for just your diligence and passion for this. It's a needed area, and thankful to be a part of it, and privileged and humbled as well.